Hampton's Legion was an American Civil War military unit of the Confederate States of America, organized and partially financed by wealthy South Carolina plant Wade Hampton III, initially composed of infantry, cavalry, and artillery battalions. Elements of Hampton's Legion participated in virtually every major campaign in the Eastern Theater, from the first to the last battle. History. A legion historically consisted of a single integrated command, with individual components including infantry, cavalry, and artillery. The concept of a multiple-branch unit was never a practical application for Civil War armies, and early in the war, the individual elements were assigned to other organizations. Organized by Wade Hampton in early 1861, Hampton's Legion initially boasted a large number of South Carolina's leading citizens, including future Generals J. Johnston Pettigrew, Stephen Dilley, Martin W. Gary, and Matthew C. Butler. Originally, the Legion comprised 6 companies of infantry, 2 of cavalry, and 1 of light artillery. The infantry and cavalry fought in the First Battle of Manassas, where Colonel Hampton suffered the first of several wounds during the war. In November 1861, the artillery was then outfitted with 4 Blakely rifles, imported from England and slipped through the Union blockade into Savannah, Georgia. By the end of the year, each element of the Legion had been expanded with new companies to bolster the effective combat strength. With the reorganization of the Army of Northern Virginia in mid-1862, Hampton's Legion was broken up and reassigned. The Cavalry Battalion was consolidated with the 4th South Carolina Cavalry Battalion and 2 independent companies on August 22, 1862, and became the 2nd South Carolina Cavalry under Colonel Butler. It remained directly under General Hampton's control and served in his brigade and then division for the rest of the war. The artillery was converted to horse artillery and renamed Hart's Battery, after its commander, Captain James F. Hart, Lt. Colonel Gary's infantry element, retaining the designation Hampton's Legion, was initially brigaded with Georgia troops in Stonewall Jackson's command, but was transferred in June to John Bell Hood's Texas Brigade. The Legion served in General Longstreet's corps through mid-1863 before being transferred with that corps to the Army of Tennessee in September. On March 11, 1864, the infantry was mounted and assigned to General Gary's Cavalry Brigade and served in the Department of Richmond until January 1865, when it was transferred to the Cavalry Corps, Army of Northern Virginia. The various elements of the Legion fought in most of the major eastern operations of 1862, including the Peninsula, Northern Virginia, and Maryland campaigns, suffering substantial losses. The Legion helped to dislodge the Yankees at the Battle of Chinn Ridge and the Second Battle of Bull Run, and to inflict the horrific amounts of casualties on the 5th New York Regiment. Battered at Antietam, the much-depleted Legion infantry was sent to the rear and performed garrison duty for months while refitting and recruiting. It did not participate actively in the early part of the Gettysburg Campaign. It fought a minor rear guard action at Boonesboro, Maryland, during the Army's retreat from Gettysburg. It returned to action in the fall of 1863 in Longstreet's corps during the Battle of Chickamauga and the subsequent Chattanooga Campaign. The Legion infantry later returned to Virginia, and in March 1864, it was converted to mounted infantry and assigned to Gary's Cavalry Brigade in the Department of Richmond. They served in that department until January 1865, when the brigade was reassigned to Fitzhugh-Lee's Cavalry Division. It harassed Federal supply depots throughout northern Virginia, and fought in several actions during the lengthy siege of Petersburg. What was left of the Hampton Legion infantry surrendered with General Robert E. Lee at Appomattox Courthouse in early April 1865. The South Carolina Cavalry Regiment and the Horse Artillery participated in the Carolinas campaign with General Hampton and surrendered at Bennett Place in North Carolina along with the rest of General Joseph E. Johnston's forces on April 26. Organization of the Legion. Original composition: 6 companies of infantry, Co. A Washington Light Infantry Volunteers, Co. B. Watson Guards, Co. C. Manning Guards, Co. D. Gist Riflemen, Co. E. Bozeman Guards, Co. F. Davis Guards Cavalry Battalion, Co. A. Edgefield Hussars, Co. B. Brooks Troop, Co. C. Beaufort District Troop, Artillery, Washington Artillery Additional Units, Infantry, Co. I Captain, DL, Co. K Captain, John H. Cavalry, Co. Artillery, Co. Major Engagements, 1st Manassas Infantry and Cavalry, Peninsula Campaign, all elements, 7 days battles, all elements, 2nd Manassas, all elements, Sharpsburg Infantry, Tennessee Campaign Infantry, Gettysburg Cavalry and Artillery, Wilderness primarily infantry, Siege of Petersburg, all elements at various times, Battle of Appomattox Courthouse Infantry, Battle of Bentonville Cavalry and Artillery.